I'm Rachel. I'm from England. I met Matt in Korea. I went to Korea by myself to teach, and I was introduced to Matt through friends.
And I'm Matt. I'm from Canada, Montreal, French part of Canada. And I went out to Korea a couple years ago, and all my friends had been, and they all said it was such a great idea. So I went to Korea, and then we were going to stay another year in Korea, but then we thought it might be better to try something different. So we weighed all the options, and Taiwan seemed to be the answer to a lot of our questions, so we came to Taiwan.
When I moved to Asia, I started Taekwondo, which is something never done in England, and it's a lot of fun. It's a good way to de-stress yourself after work. Enjoy Taekwondo.
You were fighting with 12-year-olds, weren't you?
Yeah, an adult might be fighting a child's class, so beginners. But also in Taiwan, there's a lot of mountains. There's some amazing views, and we've done a lot of climbing, and just spending a lot of time. It can be very relaxing to get out of the city and to de-stress.
We've been kind of hooked on the foot massages too. You can go get a very cheap foot massage here, and they bathe your feet in this fragrant, bubbly, warm pool, and you have these little TVs that you watch, and you just you're kind of screaming from the pain and laughing from how much it tickles, but at the same time it feels good. So we've been doing that a few times, and but there's lots of other things to do. Like I've been playing in a band with some fellow teachers. We just got together and we're just kind of playing some music, so that's always fun. And we're going to be #1 pop stars in Taiwan.
I'd say Taiwanese culture is a mix of maybe traditional and new, very fast-paced, but still time to be slowed down. Like, you've got the world's tallest building here, but you've got some of the most smallest run-down little shacks in the mountains, and you'll be driving just even from Sansha, where I live, to Taipei, which is an hour's drive. I can travel through mountains, through cemeteries, then through busy highways. Like, I think here everything complements each other, very old and very new, very fast and very slow. And I think Taiwan's just, they're moving forward, but they're not forgetting where they've come from. And,
Yeah, you gotta love kids, and not just kids when they're being cute. You gotta love kids when they're hitting other kids, when they're peeing on the ground, when they're throwing things, when they're saying that you're poo-poo teacher. So you gotta love kids all the time. And there, like, obviously with everything, there's good days and there's bad days. I think it's all that just attitude. If you have a positive attitude, there's gonna be so few bad days. Like even a bad day. If you have a positive attitude about it, and you go, every day is different. I'm not sitting. Don't want to knock people with desk jobs, but I've had some pretty boring jobs where you do the same thing every day. But the one thing that teaching is no 2 days are the same. Because some kid will just come up to you and say, something random that'll just make you start laughing, or just every single day is different. And patience. And energy. You gotta have a lot of energy for the kids sometimes. Like, sometimes if you don't have any energy, the kids can it's like a dog can smell fear. If the kid knows that you're tired, you're dead. They'll just be all over you, and you'll just be on the ground, and they'll just be hammering at you. And so you gotta always have reserves of energy from somewhere.
I think you've really got to do this job. Like, if you're thinking, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? If you don't 100% think this is an amazing idea, then you're gonna struggle. Like, I remember when I first heard the idea about coming, I was like, that is what I've got to do. This is. I was like, somebody gave me this job, and it was sent to me. Like, it sounded absolutely perfect, and I just wanted to do it so much. And I think you need to come in with that sort of energy and that want to do it. And if you're in and ahhing, then maybe you should think about it a bit more.
I think before you come out here, you have to, take an active role. You have to take responsibility for coming out here. You have to make sure you let, an organization like Reach to Teach, make sure you let Reach to Teach know what you're looking for. Do you want to live in the city? Do you want to live out of the city? Do you know what kind of school you want? Big school, small school. Because there's a lot of choices to make. You can live right in Taipei. You can live out here, and there might not necessarily. If you live in a smaller town, there might be less of the things that you're used to. Or if you live in the big city, but you're used to living in a small town, it can be a shock. So you have to make clear what it is exactly that you're looking for, and then you'll be able to get put into a situation that you like. And I think there are people that they think that if they come to teach here, that all their problems will go away and everything. If you have a lot of problems and you just say, I'm gonna run away to Asia. I think some people get that, where they just think they're gonna come and run away here and everything will be fine, and it's not.
I think
your problems will just follow you.
if you have any doubts, then it's not just it's not just you it's going to affect. Like, if you're feeling negative about something, you're going to go to school and the kids will pick up on these things, and like, these kids, like, they worship you. The minute you walk in, oh my God, hello, new teacher, oh wow, and they throw themselves at you, and they want to be loved and cared, and if you have any negative feelings, I wish I hadn't come to Taiwan, then that's gonna, they're gonna feel that, and then not only that, but like, if you leave or anything like that, like, they're gonna feel so hurt. Why did teacher leave? Was it because of me? And they're so young that they're not gonna know the real feelings. So you must be really sure that this is what you want to do, because after all, like, for me, it's the children I want to come to see, and like, I want them to be happy all the time and not ever think that something I do is, their fault in any way.
I think being out in Asia, being a teacher, I'm getting much more out of my life right now than I think I could have at home. I'm not saying, I'm never going to go home, but when I do go home, I'll just be so glad that I came out here, and I'll be showing my pictures to everyone. I'll have giant photo albums, and I'll just be showing people the pictures and telling people the stories. And I think, I'm using these, time is very precious, and I'm using this time in my life, I think, very, in a very good way. I think I'm going to have good memories from Asia.
I think just seeing yourself in different situations, like, if someone said to me, how would you deal with yourself in this situation? I wouldn't have known how to answer the question. Then you get to act out these situations. Like, how would you deal if you couldn't explain to someone something, and how would you deal with someone speaking different language than you? How would you deal with kids? How would you do this? And like, I found myself in so many different situations that I could never have understood before I came out here, and it's interesting to see how you deal with those. And I just have found, not just working here, but the times I have been traveling to different countries in Asia, like, it's just so different from England, in a nice way. Like, it's just, I've learned so many cool things, and so many, like, I've seen so many new things that I would never have seen, back at home, and I just feel so lucky that I've appreciated them. And I think it's different also from traveling. Like, I have friends that have traveled around Asia and they've spent a day here, 2 days here, It's not quite the same as like living here for a year and every day seeing how things are. Like, you really get to appreciate a country and their culture and what they stand for, and rather than just a few trips, 2 days in the city,